we've safely made it to Thailand. We're currently in Phuket, and tomorrow we are gonna get a chance to try out the all-new HRV. Okay, in Thailand anyway, the HRV only comes in a one powertrain, which is a hybrid EHEV specification. Well, not really specification, that's just the powertrain. They have a few different specs here, but we are going to get to test that because that's probably what we're gonna get there. There's a big question mark whether, you know, we're gonna get a naturally aspirated 1.5 engine or the one that Indonesia's got, a 1.5 turbocharged engine. So we're not too sure about that, but what we can tell you is we're gonna get to try out the EHEV, and we should update you on how that feels. What can we expect from the new HRV? Well, now it's bigger, it's completely redesigned, and it should just be a completely different experience. I mean, the older HRV now has been around for like 7 years in our market, so yeah, it should be a much better experience in there. And I heard that, you know, the car's more refined now, it feels a bit more grown up. Judging by the pictures anyway, it does look really sporty, especially with that coupe roofline that it's got. Yeah, but you know, we'll try it out tomorrow and give you an update. Oh, and by the way, by the time you see this, well, this is like a week earlier, we've got this drive a week earlier. By the time you see this, the booking books should be open for the new HRV. We can't tell you what variants they're gonna have just yet, but we'll update you on the comment somewhere of what's going on with the situation with the variants that's going to be offered in Malaysia. Hello, welcome back to Carlist, and today we are at sunny Krabi and we are here to test drive the Thai spec Honda HRV EHEV. Okay, this is not necessarily what we might gonna get in Malaysia, but give you an indication of what we can expect. Okay, so the front of the HRV, it's more streamlined now, more like the new Honda Civic. So it's got slimmer headlights, it's got these amazing grills here, and it's got this chrome bumper diffuser here going on, and this apparently is about amping your life up. Okay, so the new HRV has the same configuration as the new City Hybrid. So what it means is it's got 253 Newton meters of torque to give you the extra zing. But when we drove it, you don't really feel it when you're driving it, like when you're already on the move. The only time you really actually feel it is when from the start stop, and when you press it, yes, you can feel that instant acceleration. Okay, so also the back is pretty modern now. It's got these tail lights with the connecting bar here, and it's just this really sloping roofline with the chrome bumper here. It really does bring the HRV up to current times. So obviously the headline of the exterior look is this coupe-like look now. It really does give the Honda HRV a different feel to it. And the inside also, it feels different because of this. It's quite low, but we'll explain that a little bit later on the inside. Being a Thai spec, this is not necessarily what we're going to get in Malaysia, but it is a good indication of what is possible. Okay, so let me start with this. This is the newest thing in the HRV. So when you switch this to the 12 o'clock position, air comes out of here, and it should channel air to the rear. So that means when this is activated, there's no air coming out of here. So as you can see, there's a digital meter cluster here. There's the infotainment screen here. But yep, quality wise, everything's just awesome. Everything is very tactile, the buttons feel nice. Yep, oh yes, by the way, this is where the wireless charger is, and for once I'm pretty confident that a lot of phones can go here. So yep, when the phone is charged, there should be like a yellow, yep, there you go, there's like a yellow LED here. When it's not, It's green, just showing that it's ready. So there's your drive mode here, your parking brake. Interestingly, in the Thai spec there's what looks like a hill descent control. Not sure why you would need it, but hey, it's there, right? There's also a couple of USB ports here and here, and yeah, air vents are all here, pretty clean looking, you know, for a clean design. But I just don't like this piano black. I mean, it's just fingerprints everywhere. But yeah, all the soft touch materials here are nice. Here is also not quite soft, but it is leather. Soft touch here. This is hard, however, but this is soft touch. So here we are at the back of the new HRV, and yep, just as expected, there's a lot of space here. Okay, one thing that has improved in the Honda HRV are the rear seats. Yes, we all love the auto seats in the HRV, but the previous one, it just felt a bit thin. Now it feels a lot more bolstered, so yep, it's beefier and it feels a lot more comfortable. But they've also managed to retain what we love about HRV, which is the floating ultra seats. Let me just show you. So all you gotta do is you just pull this thing here and voila. So there you go. Still, the ultra seats is still here. Yep, you can still put your shoes underneath, your bags, your everything. And yes, it will allow you to carry tall things once again. But whatever it is, the HRV does feel very, very premium inside. It almost feels like a sedan, like one of those executive sedans. And yes, that is just awesome. It just gives you this cocoony feeling, and yeah, I like it. One thing about this rear panoramic roof is that it doesn't really have a cover that's attached to the roof. You gotta put it in yourself like that. Oh wait, like this. Oh nope. Yes, like that. So as you can see, it's a bit of a chore. So I'm not sure Honda Malaysia will include it in, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we're here somewhere between Phuket and Krabi, and we've just had about 70 kilometers experience with the HRV eHEV, and I can safely say yes, this is a very, very impressive car. The NVH has improved over the last one. The transition between electric motor and the ICE engine is seamless. You just don't even notice it. But the handling is still so-so, but doesn't mean I couldn't have fun with it. I still had fun. I mean, there was a lot of twisty roads on the way to this midpoint here. So yeah, I still had fun. But one thing's for sure, it just looks so good, especially that rear end. It just definitely looks amazing, and yeah, it just looks really grown up, and yep, really impressed so far. But I'll keep updating you as I come along, and yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so we are our second pit stop now, and I was a rear passenger in this Thai spec HRV. And yeah, it's as comfortable as the previous HRV, that's without a doubt. But one thing, because of this new roof line, there is less headroom in the back. Nonetheless, it is still comfortable. It's just you feel like you're just a bit more cramped at the back. But you know, some things gotta give if you want a sexy roof line like that. And unfortunately, that is it. And the rear windows are also small too because of this roof line, and well, that's the compromise you have to make. But nonetheless, like I said, good looking car. Really good looking car. So yeah, we've just driven about 300-400 kilometers from Phuket to Krabi and back, so we've got a great first impression of what the car is like. And yes, it has improved. I wouldn't say tremendously, but progressively compared to the previous generation HRV. So yeah, it now handles better, the comfort is much better, and the steering is much more precise. Okay, so yes, it does still wallow a little bit, but doesn't mean that you can't have fun drive through the bends, because we've just experienced a lot of those roads, a little bit like the Janda Baik road that you get in Malaysia. And yeah, it was just controlled. Even in undulations, it was controlled. So yes, Honda have worked tremendously in improving the HRV. In general, the NVH is also pretty good, so when we're traveling at high speeds, it's still quite quiet in here. That is one of the best things about the new HRV. But yeah, generally they just have improved the driving experience and makes it quite a complete car now. There's not really much to complain about, really, to be honest. The seating position is nice, there's good adjustments, but the seat, this is as low as it will go. So yeah, you can't go any lower than this, but it's okay. You still feel quite low in the car. Obviously you can go up. Yep. But yeah, everything in this cabin just feels really cocoon. You just feel like it's one sophisticated machine, maybe one that's just punching above its tended to be priced, of course. Yeah, we don't know yet what we're gonna get in Malaysia, but this is just a first impression of what the new HRV is like, and there's a lot to like about it, really. It's just, there's a lot of things that you can't really complain about. Maybe yes, the headroom is not as much, it doesn't feel so airy. I wouldn't say it's not spacious, it just doesn't feel as airy. But yeah, it's okay. But something's got to give. I mean, if you want a coupe-like shape like this, you can't have all the headroom in the world. So yeah, some things did give away, but it's okay. It's nothing that you will be complaining about. It just feels really sporty in here and coupe-like, and yeah, just not much to complain about. But yeah, there's this new interior too. Boy, didn't the HRV really need an interior upgrade, and it got it, and it got it good. I mean, the steering wheel is new and it feels nice. There's black here, there's good amount of buttons here for your volume, your cruise control, adaptive cruise control. The lane mitigation button is here. Yeah, and the tactile feel of the interior is good. Yeah, and there's a lot of space actually for the rear passengers. Even though like my co-driver, he's a really tall guy, maybe like 6 foot, and when he was stretched out, there was still a lot of room in the back for the passenger. So yep, I mean, you can tell from the dimensions outside that the car has grown, but Honda just always manages to work their magic to make the interior feel a lot more bigger than what the exterior is telling us. So yeah, I mean, panoramic roof at the front, and then that one at the back, which we're not sure we're gonna get because there's just no point to it. But yeah, this is the new HRV, and it might just be a winner too, and that puts these two cars, as compared to the Corolla Cross and the HRV, in quite a good matchup. So it's just going to be a matter of preference, really, I think. But still, if I had to choose, I think I'd choose this one. I think just because it's just a really pretty car. I mean, yes, the Corolla Cross is quite a handsome and muscular looking car. It's crossover, but this one is just something so sleek about its looks, and just something that just calls you out, that gets you attracted to it, and just has that presence, really good presence. And yeah.